Going into some drills now of how to work the jab. We can best do these by working with a partner or using the focus pads or using a punch bag. Okay, this way we can start to develop a little bit more speed and power in our technique. So we're going to show you some drills on using the focus pads. If you haven't got a partner, then you can just use a bag for these as well. Will work just as well. Okay, so the first drill we're going to work on using the jab from here is once we've got the technique going, we want to be quickly moving from there. Now, because of the video, we're not going to be moving as much, but we want you to be starting to move and integrate the skills so it doesn't become robotic, so you can just snap it out. Now, the person with a focus pad, we can now start to develop what we call distance and timing. Because, you know, you hear some people say, what is the best technique in martial arts? There is no best technique, okay? It's about developing attributes. We've done the basics a few seconds ago. It's about developing attributes like speed, accuracy, timing, focus, form, power. These are what make the technique work, and these are drills that are going to help you to make that work. So all we want to do initially is get moving naturally, okay, and then reacting to the pad. So as soon as the pad comes up, I'm just going to jab it and then come straight back to my guard, okay? So we'll just demonstrate a few of these. Again, punching with the two knuckles that we said, okay, and then just snapping, relaxing, and breathing. Okay? So we can work those in rounds of 1-2 minutes and working both stances. Okay? The next drill is, again, just to make sure that what we don't want to do is when I punch, drop this hand and I'm going to get countered. Okay? So what we're going to do is the pad person now, just to go a little further, is when I jab, it's just going to check my guard to make sure I've got that up. So my instinct is now, I want to be developing, when I punch, I recoil it straight back to guard quickly so that there is no opening, okay, for the person to attack me back. So we're just going to demonstrate a few of these. Okay, time. So they're the first two drills that we can work on. The next thing we can do is we can just add a little bit of head movement into this as well. So simply head movement, if that pad's held out here, then all I'm going to do from here is I'm just going to move off left or right, okay, or I can duck underneath if I want, okay? So we'll isolate those a little more detail in the actual program, beginner's program that we've got, but we can start adding this in, and especially if you know these skills already. So basically all we're looking at now is again just jabbing, and I'm just going to move off. So we'll just work a few of these. Okay, so time. So they're two of the three of the things that we can work on. Okay, what's important, again, what I said earlier about this punching and moving separately. So if I go forwards from here, I'm going to punch and move. Okay, and equally, if I go backwards, I'm going to punch and move. And the reason for this is if I punch and my opponent moves forwards, okay, he's now in close range to be able to hit me, so I lose control. This is the benefit of the jab. When we're here, back to position guard, I can jab and then I can attack and set up. Okay? So if the person moves back as I jab and he moves back, look, I can follow him. We're still the same distance apart. So this is where that drill we just did earlier of punch and move comes in, and you can practice this on the pad as well. So just really quickly to recap, the first thing is we want to be generating making it as real as possible with our partner from here. Not just stood there, moving around, so at certain times, the pad person is going to be closer than others. So we want to be, you know, naturally just punching the pad, okay? The other one is the pad might come in and check my guard. The other one is he might head movement, so I might jab and move, okay? And then backwards, forwards, we can add all these elements into the drill to make this work, and these are what are going to get your jab really, really working for you.